So the ratings are in for Team USA's game on Peacock, and I will say, for anyone saying that it was going to be disastrously bad and no one was going to watch, I mean, it just didn't happen. For all you people boycotting, I don't really know why or the reasons, but no, a lot of people watch this game. And a lot more of you guys that said you were boycotting watch this game. That's all I'm going to say. A lot more people watch this game than let on. I will say, the numbers are a bit misleading. And to be fair, you can make stats say whatever you want, but there were still quite a lot of like people saying that, oh, this is like the record views, and it's just not. So they average 3 million viewers, which is incredible. Like, that is pretty good. And it says more than all men's and women's Tokyo games besides the gold medals games. You also have to take into account that overall viewers are up 79%, but also the viewers from last year are not up 79%, and that the men's first game, like the first game the men's played had 1 million more viewers than the men's final in 2021. And the women's had, just over a third of the viewers? But still, it's good. Would the viewers, like, for anyone arguing, would the viewers be higher if Caitlin Clark was there? Yeah, of course they would. More people would have been at the game too, but at the end of the day, who cares? They won the game. Look, NBC are probably fine with that. Like, they're not going to put them on. Where is it? The 2021 gold medal game. US Serbia already surpassed 2021 gold medal game. And I think that was mostly because of the because of the time, because it was in Tokyo. Like, it was awkward for me, and I'm 5 to 8 hours ahead of America. USA men's game, Serbia averaged 10.9 million viewers. House 3 million, great, and 10.9 million. Another BS data point about it being on the US network. Like, I don't really know what people are saying, but to say that the boycott worked is crazy. I will say this. I will say, like, would more people be watching if Caitlin Clark was playing? Of course. Of course they would. There is absolutely no question about that. Of course they would. If you say that more people wouldn't watch Caitlin Clark, you just don't know how many people are going to watch just to watch Caitlin Clark. I think you would have seen there would be the guts of 1.5 million more viewers. If you put in Angel Reese with Caitlin Clark, I would say there'd be 2 million extra viewers. I say they would average 5 million. And by the way, if Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese were there, this game is on NBC. I think that is something that's also you can't really, not that you can't deny, but it's highly unlikely, because I'm pretty sure they showed, like, it wasn't fencing, but it was badminton instead, I think. And Caitlin Clark with Angel Reese is must-see TV. And I don't think it gets as many views as the men's, but I would not be surprised if Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese were both playing. It was on NBC, and the total is close to the men's game. It wouldn't overtake the men's game, but I think it would be close. I genuinely think it would be close as far as viewership-wise goes. But 3 million is not a bad number. It's really not. Like, 3 million is the most viewed WNBA game this season, which is the All-Star game. Like, 3 million is as many views as the All-Star game. And, look, you have to take into account, like, it's the Olympics. There are people that are just scrolling through the channels and will watch anything on the Olympics. I'm sorry, like, I'm not a swimming fan. I lost my damn mind watching Daniel Whiffen today, watching Mona McSharry yesterday. Like, I'll watch any sport. As long as there's an Irish person. As long as there's an Irish person in sport, I'll watch it. Like, I will watch the Irish person competing in dressage. I don't really care. And I know there has to be a lot of people in America and around the world that are of a similar mindset towards the Olympics as myself. But to be fair, as an Irishman, we've won two medals already. We've won 2 swimming medals. We're like 6th in the total in the swimming pole. It's great. It's great. We're a new swimming powerhouse, I guess. But yeah. I watched the game. I thought the game was really fun. Like I'll watch the games anyway to make videos on them. But I watched that game and it was a lot of fun because of the Japanese team. Like I have a housemate that was at the Japan USA game, and he like flew back in right afterwards, or he flew back in. Yeah, he flew back in the next day, and he thought he had a great time. He was like in row 4, and he was talking about how the Japanese were just sprinting around the place, smiling and laughing and shooting threes every possession, and they were happy to have lost by 26. So that was a fun game to watch, mostly because of the Japanese team, and also the greatness of these 2 players right here. Like Breanna Stewart and A'ja Wilson. Chelsea Gray did pass them the ball, but A'ja Wilson and Breanna Stewart are just... I saw somebody not put Stewie in their 2028 Olympic team. They're the only 2 guarantees from this Olympic team, and maybe Sabrina. But the only 2 actual guarantees are these 2. Because you just don't know what these young players are going to be. How good the young guards are going to be. How good a Paige, how good a Juju Watkins and stuff are going to be. But, yeah. That's pretty much it. Like, there's a bit more context, but also, who cares? And I mean that. Who cares? If they bring back gold, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? If you are an American, why would you care? Why would you care how many people are watching? Like, for me, for one, I don't care if I was one of the only 50 people in the world that watched Daniel Whiffen. If no one outside the island of Ireland watched that, I don't care. I got to see my country win a medal. And maybe it's going to be very different. Maybe it's different for America because there's so many, you win so many medals, you're going to top the medal poll. And even if you don't top the gold medal poll, you're going to make up your own medal poll to add total medals in. You're going to top that. So maybe it's used to seeing it. Maybe like I'm going to be making sure, like I'm going to Spain tomorrow, but I'm going to be making sure even on my holiday that I'm watching Carl Doyle run the 1500 because I grew up with the guy. I went to school with the guy growing up. So I wouldn't be particularly close friends with him, but be friends with him. So I'm, no matter what, if he gets through to the semi-final or the final, it would be a miracle, an absolute miracle if he gets to the final. I'm still going to watch anyway. And maybe it's just a different attitude between being from like a small country and being American. Like, I don't get the boycott. If I was a fan of women's basketball and I was American, I'd be watching these games. But also, it's also completely fine to be a fan of Caitlin Clark's play and not necessarily a fan of these players. At the end of the day, there are plenty of basketball fans that will only really watch LeBron, only watch Steph Curry, and there are a whole bunch of basketball fans that will only watch Caitlin Clark. Hence why 85% of the videos on this channel are about Caitlin Clark. But yeah, it is an interesting one. Look, the boycott didn't work. People are still watching, but it's also very, very true to say if Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese were on this team, if Caitlin Clark was on this team, this 3 million might become 5 million. If Angel Reese was on the team, the 3 million might become 3.5, 4 million. If Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese were on this team, that 3.5, 4 million might become 6 million. Because them playing together, like, most Angel Reese fans will tune in to watch Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark fans will tune in to watch Caitlin Clark. And neutral fans will tune in to watch both of them play together because it's an interesting combo. I still think, at the end of the day, the gold medal is more important than viewership. I just feel USA still did drop the ball because they could have easily had both.